Hey everybody, we're going to talk today a little bit about core and why I think people need to stop citing the core as the cause for injuries and pain. The idea that a weak core or an unstable core is the cause of those problems. We got to stop that, everybody. Let's go have a look. Okay, so here we are. So why am I saying that we need to stop citing a weak core or an unstable core as the cause of your pain and possibly injury? Why do I say that? Well, look, first and foremost, top of the list is the following. No one's agreeing on what the core is. Go ask one professional, better yet, ask 10, say, what is the core? You're not going to get clear answers. You're not going to get matching answers from people. Listen, if I were to say, hey, what's the femur? Hopefully, every professional would say, this is the femur. Well, actually, hopefully no one will say that, and they'll all agree that this is the femur. See, that kind of thing isn't going to happen because we were really clear on anatomy. We know muscles, we know bones, we know structures, we got it. This core thing popped up as a strong and successful marketing term, right? It's a marketing play and it worked really well. Unfortunately, the fitness health industry profession has kind of jumped on board and man, we're running with it. Time to let it go. Listen, we're saying, what is the core? Well, I ask people and most people will say, this is the core, it's this, right? This idea. And if you're getting this answer, this unclear answer, this not very well defined answer of this is core, it's not going to do. For such a serious problem as pain and injury, we need a more clear explanation of what the core is, not just some vagueness here. So let's just go with the most common muscle that inhabits this area. Rectus abdominis, you know, your 6-8 packy thing, this thing. Most people may say, well, your core, it's your abdominal muscles. This one. Well, what would it be about this muscle that would be the cause of pain and or injury, right? What would it be? Would it be that it's too weak, it's not strong enough? You're not going to find that study saying that. You're not going to find that study. It doesn't work that way. It's going to be almost impossible to show how strong or weak this muscle is anyway, because its ability to do stuff is so massively influenced by most, if not all, of the other muscles on this body at any point in time. So we can't even really ask that question and get a really great answer. So what would it be about this muscle? This muscle that runs from like the rib cage to the bottom of the pelvis, that bends the spine forward and does some other things, but what would it be if we can't really say its strength is the correlates, right? That's not the thing. Is it the thickness of the muscle? By the way, no one's saying a weak rectus abdominis is the cause. That's why you have pain. No one's saying that. No one's like stepping out and declaring that muscle. We're hiding behind the core, right? What else? Maybe abdominals. Maybe they mean obliques. And we have these kind of two sort of obliques, and on the side, external and internal, both running in different directions. Again, from like ribs to pelvis to some other connective tissue in the middle here. And those muscles do things like they can bend you also, they can twist you, side bend you, maybe they can even bend you backwards in certain situations. But, so do they mean those? Because that's interesting because there's such huge variance in those muscles with people. The angles that those muscles run can be really different. Some people may have obliques like this, some like this, some like this. The transition of the angle as the muscles go to the side, those angles may be really different too. So are we saying there should be an ideal angle? You're not going to find that study, and no one's just stepping out and saying that either. So what is it? Should we go to the back? Because maybe by core we mean here, or there's that low back, right? So it's like, well, we got the same situation here. We've got these muscles in the back. Is anyone declaring the erector spinae group? And by the way, that's a group. Are they coming out and saying it's one particular muscle, one muscle's too weak and too strong? What is it? Front, side, back, what is it? So listen, maybe people are really saying, no, that's all wrong. The core is the control over this area. It's the movement. Okay, fine, it's the movement. So if it's the movement, let me ask you this. Would anyone say this is the core? Or would anyone say this is your core? Because how is this going to, and this going to influence that movement? Well, you know this, we've got this muscle that attaches to here. It's called latissimus dorsi, your lats. And that muscle runs through your armpit, attaches to your part of your shoulder blade, to kind of the middle back and middle, the thoracic spine, lumbar spine, some of the sacrum, some of the pelvis. That muscle not only does all this stuff, right, but it can also side bend you and rotate you and extend you sometimes too. So are you telling me your core is in your arm? Because your arm muscle directly influences your spinal movement and control and strength too. So if I want to improve my core, I got to do lat training and pull downs and pull ups and rows and stuff. And I've got one muscle that moves the pelvis that attaches to the tibia. So should I start doing leg extensions to knee extensions to improve my core? And you see how messy this is? That's why this idea of core, we got to get rid of it. So as a consumer, as the client, when you're looking for a solution, we all have limited time, our resources, time, money. We've got to make good decisions. If you're dealing with someone that has a body view that it's the core, we got to improve core strength, I'd be a little hesitant. It's a flag for me. I at least get a few more opinions and try to figure out what's going on, because you see the problems. This is not clear of what this thing is, and if this thing is not clear, massively unclear, marketing term, made up thing, well then how confident can we be to blame that as the cause for your pain and potentially injuries? I included some links as well that people wrote, a bunch of articles on this exact topic. So stay educated, keep looking for a good solution to you when it comes to moving better and feeling better.